Hey, you, real quick. One time there was this really cute guy that wanted me to meet up with him at a bar or a club. I can't remember. Anyway, and I was trying to explain to him new environments in crowded places are really not a good environment for me to get adjusted to. And with a burly laugh, he went, "Oh, you're a big boy. You can handle it." No, sir, I cannot handle it. With individuals who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, yes, anxiety can be a comorbidity. However, those who are triggered that are on the spectrum, it's a little different than those who are triggered that are diagnosed with anxiety. Social anxiety, any kind of anxiety disorder, that is usually a cognitive thing that has developed over time. So the triggers are really there in terms of the body changing, the thought pattern, things like that. With autism spectrum disorder, there is the sensory processing as well as the cognitive processing, because autism spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental disorder. Therefore, if one that is on the spectrum is about to be introduced to a new environment, a new crowd of people, just everything new, they need to be prepped. We are extremely uncomfortable being stepped out of our comfort environments, which is good for us, don't get me wrong. However, you have to understand that a lot of our senses are going to pick up on these new sensations, these new colors, environment, how the place is structured, the flow of the people, all that kind of stuff. A primary criteria or deficit is the communication. So therefore, those on the spectrum are going to have a hard time knowing how to communicate in a new environment, especially when there are new people in that environment. That is why us on the spectrum really need someone to be there with us that understands our limitations and will help guide us in the beginning before we get comfortable. Even somebody who is 38 years old like me. If you have a friend or a loved one that's on the spectrum and you know they have a hard time with new environments and talking with new people, just be patient with them, talk them through it, and let them know that this is an okay place, and help them get familiar with the surroundings. And don't pressure them into having to get acclimated by themselves in a new environment. That's just not cool.